real quick, another one of these late night prep video logs. Topic, just while it's on my head, I was actually going to call it a night, and then I said, you know what, it's on my head before I forget about it. In dieting, brain fog, and space is, let's do this one as a lesson learned on time management. So obviously balancing a bodybuilding prep with everything else you get going on in life. In my case, just growing my company and stuff, it's just, I mean, I don't know. There's people that are way busier than me. Who am I to talk, right? You know, I mean, honestly, I'd say the biggest difference is most people get to a point where they are willing to sacrifice their sleep quite a bit to accomplish their goals. And I've absolutely right. I've pulled all-nighters. We've all done it. I just personally think, for particularly bodybuilding goals, I think it comes to a point where doing that almost becomes counterproductive to your goals when you don't really realize it. You know, you try and be that superhuman person and say, come on, I can get by, I can man up, I can lose some sleep and still accomplish things, and that's absolutely true. And I think anytime you want something bad enough, you have to be willing to do that. For anything in life, grad school, you know, when I was in school, things like that. But in general, I think some people put sleep on the back burner a little too much, try and act like they can overcome the physiological reasons why sleep's so important to the body, and I just don't think that's the case. I think we really do need it, and we underestimate the importance. But anyways, sidetracking a little. So the point of this little vlog in terms of lessons learned is just how productive you can be. And don't get me wrong, some of the things I'm going to suggest, I ought to give like a liability disclaimer like that. I'm not recommending this because I know they're not the safest thing. But the basic thing I'm talking about here is multitasking, right? So what am I doing right now? I got to get in a little bit of extra nighttime cardio, I guess you could say, pacing around in this case, because I'm taking it easy on that bone spur in my hip. But so I could just be pacing around, and sometimes it's good to have a clear mind, you know, just use a time like this to think about all that you got to do, think about your goals, think about your prep, etc. But I think, you know, in this case what I'm saying is, okay, well, I know if I'm going to try and make a little effort to get some vlogs up and kind of recap things up to this point, you know, I've been just having a real hard time finding time for it, so I'm just walking around. Why not right now multitask? Likewise, this prep, I mean, it's crazy stuff I do. I am shaving at stoplights with my electric razor, whether it be my arms, my legs, my face, whatever. Shaving at stoplights. Not trying to be weird. I mean, if I'm taking a shit, taking a dump, don't worry, I'm washing my hands and keep making sure I keep track of where my hands go and what they're touching at what stage of that process. But I mean, seriously, I'm on the can, I'm checking emails, I'm getting maybe posts that I need to do done or something, blogging inventory, maybe even shaving. I'm just constantly multitasking. If I'm on the phone, it's something that's really important to me. I like to try and call both my parents and one of my, I like to keep in touch with both sets, but particularly one set of grandparents. I'm fortunate to be 27 years old and still have both my sets of grandparents. It's really a blessing, but one set that I'm particularly close to, I like to try and call them. Neither of these, any of this family that I've mentioned, none of them are close. They're all like 2,500 miles away. So I like to try and call them every weekend and really take pride in making that a priority and doing that. But I mean, I'll just be honest, I don't have the time to do that. So I'm calling them while I'm driving. If I'm calling them at home, I got a headset on, I'm prepping my food, prepping other things for the week, organizing things, cleaning up, loading the dishwasher, etc. Trying to find a way to do relatively quiet tasks so I'm not being like a complete dick and like not giving them my attention. But I mean, mindless tasks, right? There's no need to be spending time loading the washer, doing dishes, making food, bagging up trash or recyclables that's maybe accumulated in the kitchen, all that kind of stuff. To me, there's no reason why you can't be multitasking while doing that type of stuff. And so if I'm not on the phone with them, I'm listening to podcasts about how to develop my business, keeping up with, you know, some of the other people that motivate me that I like to watch on YouTube. Just constant multitasking. Anytime you're doing something mundane or that's kind of low key and you find yourself constantly like, gosh, I just don't have enough time. I can't find enough time in the day. And or you feel like, you know what, I'm finding enough time in the day, but I'm running burning the candle at both ends, or whatever the saying is in terms of your sleep. Really encourage you, think think about all those times where you're doing something mundane where maybe you could be multitasking or getting something else done again. And obviously, I probably sound a little bit like a robot, right? I'm single, I'm not married, I'm able to be kind of selfish with my lifestyle, just kind of do me. So definitely have that, kind of to support that style of living where it's all about just me getting a bazillion things done. And I know not everyone probably has that luxury, but I definitely think much more so than maybe we realize, and our ability to multitask and really be just super productive and make good use of our time. It's probably much more than we realize. Don't want to sound all self-righteous. I'm not perfect. We all have our times, including myself, where we're not as productive as maybe we should be. But I think if you really think hard, and something I found over this prep, just as things get crazy busy, just always looking for ways to be more productive. Just maximize your productivity. I think most of us that are bodybuilders, right, we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't really motivated people that know how to get stuff done, can the excuses and find a way to get things in. And so I just really, in some ways, we talk about bodybuilding enhancing your life, not taking over it. Well, I think in some ways, if you can use it as a way to make you that much extra busy to where you learn those just crazy productivity skills and multitasking skills, at least for me, I feel that's one way that's definitely benefited my life. So hopefully that's helpful. Always be thinking of ways to multitask, get it done, and still have fun. See ya.